Howdy folks, last time we left off with me nearly losing a finger after trying to cut this piece like an idiot. Thank you for those that did not downvote that video. Here we are 3 or 4 days later with a new piece in hand from the great people at Vans Aircraft. Cutting this time was uneventful. You can see that although I do have to have the blade support raised, I did however tilt the table so that I was only cutting the part that was supported by said table. After that, some quick deburring and we were ready to get it clecoed to the rest of the structure. We'll continue on the rudder, the first control surface on the Vans RV-7A. Stay tuned for the rest of the episode, and thank you for watching Ryan Flies. I had quite a bit of fun with this first section, the rudder counterbalance. The counterbalance is a lead weight that balances the control surface and prevents flutter in flight. It involved several countersinks, plate nuts, screws, and other hardware that I hadn't worked with much, and provided a nice break from the usual skins and rivets. I'm at the point now where we need to start disassembling and dimpling and prepping to prime. Over the course of a few days, my brother came into town to take a look at the project and eventually lend a hand. The first afternoon, we got a bit carried away, and I wound up finishing deburring and spraying primer without video. You're saved from having to watch more of that. We pick it up here with us mapping out the next steps and then heading to lunch. With his help, I'll wind up finishing out the rudder. One of the first tasks was permanently attaching that counterbalance I was working on earlier. It proved to be a little more finicky than I thought, but not overly difficult. Yeah, that's it. I'm sure you'll notice yet another green tool added to the box. I couldn't bear to put my Dremel through another 20 minutes of quote-unquote routing, or was it myself I was saving? What we're doing is adding aluminum angle stock to the edge of the work table. This will be used to cleco the rudder trailing edge to as we seal it up, keeping it straight and true. Here we're getting the angle stock ready to accept the clecos and hold the rudder straight. It's moments like this when editing the video that you realize things like the warp in the table. The rudder turned out fine regardless of that. This is the trailing edge glue up. I'm going to mix up some 2-part epoxy and put a thin bead on either side of the trailing edge stock. That'll get inserted between the left and the right skin on the rudder. All of that gets clecoed to the angle stock that we installed earlier. If all goes according to plan, the trailing edge sets straight and true. If not, I wind up with the trailing edge stock halfway inserted as the epoxy starts to kick. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Awesome. I practiced everything except the Vaseline lid. And obviously that didn't go as planned. Everything else, I think, was perfect. I couldn't be happier. That was pretty intense, trying to keep everything clean. It doesn't help that I was using epoxy that kicks probably a little bit quicker than what's safe for a piece like this. It also doesn't help that it's roughly 100 degrees outside and probably close to that in the garage. But it's in there. We're gonna let it cure, and I think it's straight. So telling the good with the bad. The instruction, well, I don't want to blame the instructions, but the instructions didn't really remind you that there's some additional pieces that need to be riveted with the skins here. So I got to drill out about 20 rivets and make sure these flanges get included and tied back in. So a little bit of a setback. Now seems like just as good a time as any to ask you, nay, beg you to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Rolling the leading edge of the rudder utilized high-tech tools like galvanized pipe, duct tape, and a pipe wrench. I did this on the practice kit, and it did little to prepare me for how difficult this actually was. Edited out was about 2.5 hours of fighting this thing, doing things in the wrong order, and general frustration. We did wind up getting it relatively nice. In fact, I'm pretty happy with it, but it took time. Well, with that, for now, the rudder's complete. I'm extremely happy with how it turned out. Hopefully you can see here, that trailing edge is extremely straight and true. That was one of my main criteria going into this, and one of my main concerns going into this. All of the steps we took, completely worth it. The skins are nice and flat. I really couldn't be happier with how it turned out. The next episodes of Ryan Flies are going to focus on the elevators, the last portions of the empennage kit. I hope you tune in for those. Until then, thanks for watching Ryan Flies.